Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to the RP Geeks. It's time for more Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers with Red Nova.
Yeah.
Starting the video in 3, 2, 1. So last time, we learned what happened to the Scions, and we are now in Calusia to look for Alpha Node.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm starting to do before I start pulling up Paris and be like, say go, say go, say go. Then again, this is not a race either, so don't have to worry about that. And it's not an SLPH either.
And now we gotta go play Exterminator.
For like about the zillionth time.
I know, right? Oh yeah, I forgot to tune to the Aetherite, I think.
Yeah, probably would be a bad idea to do that.
Double checking the map. And oh, looky, there's an Aether Current.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than a couple times, you guys are going to see me either going out of my way to grab the Aether Currents and or do the Aether Current quests. Not all the time, though.
They can play none of the Aether Current quests in Shadowbringers involve going into an optional dungeon.
Thankfully. Actually, have any of them done that?
Well, none of them in Shadowbringers. One has done it in Stormblood, and one has done it in Heaven's Word.
Okay.
Because Heaven's Word, Dusk's Vigil, and Stormblood, Shishuya, Shishuya, the Violent Tides.
Forgot that was an Aether Current quest.
Yep. Yeah, Dusk's Vigil, in my opinion, was rather forgettable.
Yep.
And Huey was actually pretty good, in my opinion.
It has that gear set that everyone wanted.
Yeah. That would probably help, too.
Yeah, ultimately I decided to help a couple people out with swarms.
Yeah, the more out there are around, the faster they go down.
Good guy, Dark Knight.
Yep.
Die, bugs!
You don't belong in this world. Oh, wait, it's Castlevania.
You know, it's funny. I actually had the first episode of that rendered and ready to go. Someone has a Eureka weapon.
Oh.
Yeah, just smashing through everything. Now for the beast. Ah. Ooh, you need to knock louder. Knock one more time. Well,
What?
I think it's safe to assume what happened to him. Or her.
Yep.
Getting a little... I don't know about you, I'm getting a little sick of that generic-ass mount theme. There's someone with their chocobo with the Suzaku barding.
Yeah.
Which, oddly enough, gives it a rooster crown.
Yeah, mine's got the Zervon barding.
Nice.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Pause.
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Guess who?
Tis good to see you, my friend. The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, Alfie, no, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu.
Like I said, since the Tsukiyomi thing.
Yep.
It has been even longer for me.
After that, he went off flying, huh?
Yep.
Time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
He had a little bit of adventures of his own, huh?
Yep.
Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scholar. But an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
Boy, do we have a story to tell you. And the first thing we tell him is about Little Sun.
I see. But the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of this. But I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change. But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire.
More editing fun for me.
Which can only mean one thing.
Yeah, I heard that. For a minute, I thought that was a lolly police going after Opie.
When we were on the trail of the Asians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more.
Oh yeah, the Black Rose thing. Forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course.
Oh god.
In that sense,
Still got like
our
8 more
involuntary
parts
journey
till the
here to
first
the
dungeon.
forest was something of a boon.
Oh,
Together
jeez.
with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining.
Yeah, that's right, because the first dungeon's not in either of these two areas.
Nope.
I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the
Another thing I
process
forgot to
implies that
record,
both worlds,
Eden.
the source and the first,
Oh.
are facing an existential threat.
So I'm gonna want to do that once the proper New Game Plus stuff rolls around.
One being Sin Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity.
Pause for effect.
Yeah.
I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
You know it.
There's a fist bump.
And so we take to the road once more.
Here we go again. Checking out some of the new dancer actions. Maltash. You know, for a while
Yeah,
I
as
thought
long
that-
as,
Go ahead.
as I say, as long enough as the first dungeon is in Shadowbringers, could be worse. It could be Heaven's Word, because the first dungeon there is actually optional. So the real first dungeon is, well, Psalm Al. Yeah, interesting monster names here in some of these places.
Yep.
Though I know it's God-do enemies back in the source. Including when you can even ride for self-quests.
Yep.
And even sneeze on other, Tut sips. Like, ew, I just cleaned up.
moving around the big boy there.
Oh, I still need to get that damn
Best I
mount.
can. What, Ixion?
Yep.
What I should be doing here is... What I should have been doing here is, like, I have Cloud's bike. That apparently gives you immediate, like, full mount.
Oh. Yeah, I heard about that. That actually is awesome.
Yeah, up until recently, it actually completely slipped my mind. Our first real Sin-Eater fight.
Yeah.
Well, if you pick this quest line to do first.
Yeah. Forgotten cowardice. Or forgiven cowardice.
Yeah, I was about to say. Manic Madam. Dot, dot, dot.
You and me pretty much both know why that is.
Yep. Of course, we can't get into it right now.
No.
There's the bike.
Yeah.
Even plays Final Fantasy music when you ride it.
Yep. Now we just need a few soldier bikes in to start bumping out of the way here.
Yes. Going out of my way to get to the next Aetheryte. Because that's always a useful thing to do.
Yeah. And then if he tries to target you, and you're like, yeah, eat my dust.
There's one. Lakshmi doggo. I have literally none of the others. That is the only one I've wanted so far.
Uh,
Just for the music.
Yeah, say which one is that from, huh?
More selling off of materia. I mean, to be fair, it did net me quite a bit of gil at the start of the expansion.
Oh, hi, rare level 80 enemy.
Frogbot.
Yeah, Frogbot.
I mean, that's what it
Rabbit.
is. If you really
Yeah.
stop and look at it.
Rabbit.
Waiting. Surveying.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live.
Something seems off about this place, but I'm not sure what.
I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh?
Begrimed bloke.
I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
She's not here to compete. Leave her be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Sure you were.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
Here we go.
Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all. Yulmore extends its warmest regards.
Uh-huh.
Let it be known.
Yeah, pretty much the closest thing you got right here in this game to Zorn and Thorn from 9.
Yep.
We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy. Even on days when fish is not on the menu.
Funny thing at this point is I actually have level 70 culinarian.
Who among you will answer the call? Yourself or another? We might not at all.
So we could have just gotten in right then and there. I'm level 80 now, so. Actually, I have all the crafters and gatherers at 80 right now.
Power and authority. Well,
Woo!
that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon.
Gee, where have I heard that before? Lightning Returns. I'd love to play Lightning Returns for the channel.
A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like market produce.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in a city of splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor.
Hooray! As a reward, everyone gets food.
Expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident.
They're eating ass.
For you. Enjoy.
God, I can't wait to get to a certain later part. I have a joke all lined up for it.
Yeah.
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity. Yet the whole arrangement just seems,
Odd.
well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my
Dot
mouth.
dot 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 dot.
Eh.
Uh-oh, we've been spotted by the jester.
So you go dancing around like maniacs doing a crazy incantation dance or playing the wrong Final Fantasy. Best if you just start flapping their arms around like they're penguins.
It's getting run over left and right. That sour-faced brat.
Rimbloke. Just guessing, but I'm thinking that guy is probably this world's version of a male here Highlander.
Probably. Yeah, just ignore that for now. Meal soup.
That's something I noticed about this video. Your chat's not covered at the time, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo the audio on that one.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I have to take 2 passes at these,
Yeah.
so it'll allow me to catch stuff like that.
Yep. Hey, there's a T-Rex mount.
Yep. How weird is it that, like, you guys are living, well, not so much peaceful lives, but then all of a sudden, someone walks by on a fucking T-Rex.
And they think they get eaten, the T-Rex just runs right by them. It's like, what?
Okay, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you liked this video, leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell, and we will see you guys next time.
Yep, see ya.